Hey y'all, what's up? It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm gonna keep it brief. The convictions of the McMichael clan and their friend William this week was a much needed breath of fresh air. But we, the Negroes of the United States, would like y'all to stop giving us breaths of fresh air and just let us breathe. We are grateful that the Arbery family has been given some sort of consolation in the form of justice. Why are you giving them air quotes? Because this isn't justice. This is just what they do to placate us until the next black body is disposed of on the world stage. White people getting convicted of killing black people should not be a phenomenon, it should be the norm. Because the reality of the matter is Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ma'Khia Bryant, and Rayshard Brooks were not unique incidents. And I just want you to know that of those 5 people I just named, we've only gotten justice for 2 of them. An estimated 244 black people were killed by police in 2020 alone. That number has gone down to 112 this year. But the question is, are we seeing progress in our policing system? Or are we just seeing a trend of officers not wanting to be held accountable for their mistakes? And no, it can't be both. But the past 2 weeks haven't even been about police violence. The numbers I just listed don't even include hate crimes committed by white vigilantes. Just a couple weeks ago, police found a 17-year-old black woman hanging from a tree in Maryland. So the real question is, how many more black men and women have to be lynched in America for black men and women to stop getting lynched in America? What's been on trial these past 2 weeks has been white men's ability to play vigilante and carry out death sentences without due process. And regardless of the outcome of the McMichael clan and their friend William, the only thing the white boys in America discovered was as long as they murder people in the name of defending America and don't overtly make it look like a lynching, they got a 50-50 chance of getting away with it. Hell, if there was no evidence of them killing Ahmaud, the 3 of them would have went free too. See, we teach our kids in school something called the social contract theory. This is the theory that if we create our government and empower it, our government has a duty to protect us. Problem is, we weren't the ones who created the government, so it's never gonna protect us. Kyle Rittenhouse talking about his case had nothing to do with race. Boy, stop. White people be so self-absorbed that they think it's only a race conversation when a minority has been visibly harmed or disserviced. Not understanding that whiteness has been the pervasive conductor of all things race since Prince Henry the Navigator decided he wanted to rob some wealthy Africans on the Moroccan coast. Y'all came up with racism, my guy. It's yours. Rittenhouse's case was about sealing white men's authority to protect the American way. But what they like to try to do is gloss over the fact that the American way is inherently racist and unjust. Just last week, somebody who shall not be named let off a series of tweets claiming black men to be the most murderous group in America in defense of Kyle Rittenhouse. Of course, not accounting for circumstance, but also not realizing that this sentiment is exactly the type of rhetoric that leads young black men and boys to be demanded to defer to white men in and out of uniform and be murdered because they are automatically suspect even in conditions where a crime is unlikely to be committed. But you know who really chaps my khakis? Who, girl? Joe. Last week talking about the justice system works and we have to abide by the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Then this week talking about this verdict is a reflection of the jury system doing its job. Joe, just because it works sometimes don't mean it ain't broke. Our current justice system is one that punishes people who don't have the cheat codes. White male privilege. The cheat codes to beat out the personal implicit bias of officials and the racism that is entrenched in laws and policy every damn day. And you talking about your administration is going to continue to do the work to make sure equal justice under the law is a reality for all Americans? Continue? You ain't started since you won. Where's our executive order, bro? All Americans? Did you just all lives matter us, my guy? You haven't said anything directly to or about Negroes since you won. It's giving padding black issues with solutions for everybody else for me. It's giving that kind of diversity and inclusion training at work that speaks to all minorities while negating the unique conditions of anti-black prejudice, racism, and exclusion. Don't start that shit. Black Friday parking lot merch is also now live.